race predictions. So, what's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you are all doing well wherever you are in the world. As you can see, I'm repping the Blue Jays this week because they're finally not doing terribly. So that's happy for me. But yes, we are back here for the first half of a doubleheader Portuguese Grand Prix. These are my, hopefully, good predictions for the 2021 Portuguese Grand Prix. Let's get into it, shall we? Just to refresh ourselves, here are my predictions from last week. I think they did pretty good, or at least not from last week, from Imola. I think they did pretty good. Verstappen won, Hamilton came second, Verstappen actually completed a racing lap, which was fantastic. Aston did continue to struggle. Only thing I got wrong was positions 3, 4, and 5, so you can kind of call me a prediction king from here on out. You can't, it was not that good. But let's see if I can redeem myself this week with my predictions for Portugal. Let's see what they are, shall we? You're probably waiting. I know. Edge of your seat. It's all good. I got them here for you. Now, for those of you who are new, which might be some of you if this video decides to actually blow up for once, the criteria we're looking at here are the disappointment of the weekend, the surprise of the weekend, and the final top 5 finishers for the Grand Prix. I guess it's going to be really interesting as to what I do for the sprint qualifying weekends. That's future Zach's problem. Now, as for my disappointment of the weekend, it's going to be Sergio Perez is going to continue to struggle in that Red Bull, and he's not going to finish in the top 5, which kind of spoils the top 5 for later, but it really only takes out one driver from contention, so it's really still up for grabs. But yeah, I think this weekend is going to be another nail in the coffin for that Red Bull seat being cursed. I hope I'm wrong. I am the man of jinxing. I hope I'm jinxing this in a positive way. I don't know, by saying that I want it to be a jinx, it breaks the jinx. I don't know how that works. Regardless, I hope he does well, but I don't see it happening in Portimao. Sorry, Sergio. And now it's time for How Many Mazza Spins? 3. There's going to be 3. Over the whole weekend. 3. That's it. Now my surprise of the weekend. I hope this one doesn't get jinxed. So if the same logic applies to talking about the jinx breaks the jinx, I hope I'm not jinxing Russell getting some points finally in the Williams, because as we know, he got points in Sakir last year. He's never scored points in the Williams. It's going to happen this weekend. Please, he needs it. I feel like he needs this one, so I'm giving it to George Russell. Please. I hate how squeaky this chair is. This is you, IKEA. This is all you. I hope the mic isn't able to pick it up while I'm recording, but it's really annoying. Now, on to the big one. The big reason you're all here. What are my top 5 predictions? Well, number 5, we'll kick it off with our first Ferrari driver, Carlos Sainz. He seems to be, of all the drivers in new teams or new cars this season, he seems to have adapted best out of all of them. I think we can safely say that. I hope the others start to catch up this weekend, but Carlos is best, and I think he'll match his best performance of the season here in Portimao. Go Carlos. Now P4, I said first Ferrari for Carlos because I think Charles Leclerc also was going to match his best performance of the season here in Portimao. He's looked really strong. Honestly, I think that Ferrari looks solid this year. I am eating my words from my preseason predictions where I thought they were going to be terrible, but Charles Leclerc, top 4, let's go. Now, we got spoiled last weekend by not having a Verhambot podium, but much like our favorite MCU villain Thanos, everything in the universe has to be balanced, so I'm putting Valtteri Bottas in P3 for this one. He had a really rough go of it last week. I really felt for him as well after that crash. I felt for both of the drivers, even though I thought Bottas was more at fault. I think he deserves a proper weekend to get his head back into things, but he's not going to be fast enough to match the 2 ahead of him. I've got Verstappen winning again, Hamilton coming P2. Listen, I was right about this last week. Max won. I'm going to ride that until the train leaves the station. I think he's going to win again. I'm going to go with it until he loses because why not keep the hype train going? Max, Super Max for the World Championship. I think it's gonna happen, please. So there it is. Those are my predictions for the 2021 Portuguese Grand Prix. I'd love to hear what you guys think of my predictions in the comments, as well as your own. What do you think is going to happen? What's your surprise? What's your disappointment? And then what's your top 5 in that order, or else it doesn't count. I mean, it could, but to me, it doesn't count. But I hope you all enjoyed watching this one as much as I enjoyed making it. Feel free to lick the stamp, send that subscribe button down below, drop a big old like if you really liked it. Enjoy the race this weekend, and don't miss the apex. See ya.